You probably could put 600 liters in the T-Dub. It'd take it. T-Dub doesn't care. T-Dub's like the honey badger. Hey guys, it's Alan, the Fireman 1028, and it's early March 2025. We're getting ready to start our riding season. Actually, we're taking our T-Dubs down to Innery State Park this weekend for a cleanup day and kind of a volunteer day. So we figured before we get the season started, it's always good to start off with a fresh oil change. So that's what we're going to do today. So we got our 2013 Yamaha TW200, and we're going to do an oil change on it. It's a really simple bike to do an oil change on, but we're still going to document it. So you only need a handful of things. You need a number 19 socket, a number 8 socket, a number 5 Allen wrench, T-handle preferably, something to help fish the oil filter out. So we got a little flathead screwdriver here. Your favorite beverage, water. Your oil of choice, mine is Shell Rotella T6. Something to measure your oil out. I'll use a container like this. And this part's optional, but I like using a rear stand to balance the bike up once we've drained the oil out and we've changed the plug out. So, like I said, that's it. Oh, and an oil drain pan, excuse me, to do it. So, like I said, simple process, and let's get rolling. All right, so the first thing you want to do before you get started with an oil change is you want to crank the bike up and you want to get it running. Try to get the oil up to temperature. So let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's see if she fires up with first click, no choke. Oh yeah, baby. Run it for 5 minutes, get the engine oil up to temperature. It flows a lot better. So we'll just let it run for a little bit. All right, guys, once the bike's warmed up, you can shut it off. And then our first step is we're going to drain our old engine oil. Our drain plug is down here on the left-hand side of the bike. Sure you can see it right there. The T-Dub uses kind of a funny size drain plug, and these plugs are kind of notorious for seizing and not wanting to come out. So let's see what happens with it. It is a 19 millimeter size, so let's see what we can do. Get your drain pan in place, say a little prayer, and hope that it doesn't. Actually, that was pretty easy. So, and I purposely didn't put it on very snug last time, but if the bike's new to you, there's no telling how tight it was. Now, unfortunately, my skid plate, my hole doesn't quite line up perfectly, so we're probably going to get some oil in the skid plate. That's fine. It's easy to clean up. There we go. Once you get it started, slowly pull that out. A little milky, and we know we don't have to worry about it being mixed with coolant because we don't have any coolant. All right, so while we let the oil drain, let's go ahead and remove our fill plug here. That'll allow it to not have a suction on it and drain as much as possible. Now, an old habit of mine, just from working on equipment at work, is always pull my key out. I'm not saying that somebody would come and crank the bike up, attempt to, but it never hurts. So, like I said, we're just gonna let it drain. Look in the oil while you're doing it and just see if you see anything of concern, and we don't. So we'll leave it on the side stand to let it completely drain out, and then we'll put it up, balance the bike to get the oil filter out. All right, guys, while your oil is draining, pull out your filter and spring that are inside the oil filter housing, or the drain housing, excuse me. Look that over. If there's any debris inside there, clean it out. Maybe take a little bit of parts cleaner and spray that, clean that out. And then take a look at your drain plug. Check the filter, or the O-ring that's on that. Look for any damage on that. It's kind of ours is protected because of our skid plate, but just kind of look it over and look for any damage and clean that out on the inside. All right, once you're done draining, go ahead and fit your screen back inside the housing. Now this part can be a little tricky sometimes just because of how you got the little notches on your drain plug there. To get those fitted onto the spring and to get them to talk to each other. Once you get it started, go ahead and tighten it up. Do not over tighten. Do not, and I repeat, do not over tighten that drain plug, or you will strip it out the next time. You will strip it out the next time, and it will be an absolute bear to replace. Once you've like I said, I like to put the bike up on a center stand. Put some paper towels down in there. We'll take our 5mm Allen wrench. Break that one loose there. Take our 8mm. Break those loose there. Like I said, put the paper towels so you don't have oil running down your skid plate and it drips. Say drips on your new patio. It runs in the skid plate, drips on your new patio, your wife gets mad at you. So let's avoid that again. So here it is starting to come out now. So we'll get our skid plate or our drain pan in place. Try to keep all 3 screws in place. You'll notice, like I said, you notice the bottom screw is an Allen head. These 2 are both 8mm, but the one on the right is a lot longer than the one on the left. We'll set that guy aside. And then just pull your oil filter out. Just like that. Excuse my beagles there. Clean out the inside of the housing. Your paper towels, clean that out. Look for any issues. Shouldn't be any. We'll take our new oil filter. Fit it back in place. Take our screws. Fit those back in. I don't have the torque specs on these, and honestly, use some common sense. Just kind of finger tight. I think a little bit more than finger tight on that. If you're one who likes exact torque specs, I'll list them on the screen. So for the complete, they list two different measurements for the oil change, with and without a filter. Why you would change the oil without a filter on this bike, I don't understand. But with the filter, it's 1.1 liters. So we've got this guy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 500 milliliters in first, and then we'll put 600 milliliters in. Again, I love Shell Rotella T6 full synthetic. It's my jam. It's all I like using. I use it in everything. All right, so there's 500 milliliters of Shell goodness. All right, now we'll put 600 liters in the same container. That'll give us our 1.1. All right, now 600 liters. Milliliters, not 600 liters. You probably could put 600 liters in the T-Dub. It'd take it. T-Dub doesn't care. T-Dub's like the honey badger. And really, with the amount of miles that we put on these bikes, one oil change a year is more than sufficient. It still doesn't even come close to the mileage. It's just good practice to change it at least once a year, sometimes twice a year if you're really hard on it. But again, these bikes live pretty easy lives, so once a year is more than sufficient. Bike probably only has 600 or 700 miles on it in the year, but most of those being off-road. Oops, don't overfill it, not too fast, or you will spilt it. I was too busy talking, and I filled it too fast. Again, don't get it on your wife's patio. Did it again. All right. Clean everything up while you're in there. Now what you can do is tilt the bike. I don't know if you can see the sight glass there. It's got oil in the sight glass with the bike sitting up level. Means we're good to go. So let's take our drain plug, or our fill plug. Make sure it's nice and clean as well. You don't want any debris or grit or anything getting inside there. Hardest part is getting the drain plug back in. Drain plug's back in. Or, excuse me, fill plug is back in. Say it again. Let's move our stuff out of the way. Including our dirty oil. And make sure your skid plate is clean. Does not have any oil in it. Make sure you don't have any leaks. Everything looks good. We'll drop it down. Actually, we'll leave it up. Let's fire it up. Check for any leaks. All right, it looks good. So T-Dub is done, and it's good for another year and ready to ride. All right, guys, so that's it. That's how you change the oil on a 2013 TW200, or honestly any TW200, because they haven't changed a thing except for the brakes in 30-something years. So I appreciate you hanging out, watching this with me. If you learned something, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. If you like the content that we're putting out here on the channel, with not only with the T-Dub, but our other bikes and other adventures, and going back and talking about old adventures that we've done in the past, please consider subscribing. So again, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. God bless, and roll tide.